Do you remember Aptoide? No? Nothing? Do you remember the app store that you download Minecraft for free? Yeah, right? You know that because you are a pirate man, right? Right? So in this video we're gonna talk about how Aptoide became the most dangerous app store. So imagine if you create your own app store. That sounds crazy, right? Well, this idea comes from the software engineer Paulo Triceto, who is the co-founder of Aptoide. The idea was meant to be an open source project to allow Android users to personalize their own store. That's pretty good. Why? Well, his idea was to give freedom to developers and users without restrictions because, at that time Google was strict with his policies and a little exaggerated because they charge developers 30% of commission. That was too much, The 70% were just for the developers and the 30% was for Google and, Apple, but in this case, we're going to talk about Google. So, Aptoide offers a 75% to the developers and a 25% to Aptoide. You will think that it's not too much, but let me tell you something that is too much. If the app is successful, that benefit developers. And you know what? That is a great deal for them. In 2013, Aptoide received a $750,000 from the Portugal inventors. You see, that is a lot of money. When they launched the app grew fast, having 230 million of users, becoming the third biggest app store in the world. That was huge, but there was a problem. The problem was Paulo's vision. You see, the problem wasn't that Aptoide. The problem wasn't that Paulo betrayed its mission. No, not at all. The real problem was the idea itself. Paulo wanted to build a free app store, open, accessible, without barriers. But freedom comes with consequences. When you open the gates to everyone, for example, like I'm just joking, you don't just attract developers, you attract hackers too. And when that happens, there's only one outcome: CHAOS. Chaos. In 2020, the app faced a security breach, resulting in the unauthorized collection of data from over 20 million users. This incident had a significant impact on Aptoide business, highlighting the challenges faced in implementing idealistic solutions. You see, that is insane. That is where Google entered in the ring. Let's go back to 2014, where Aptoide filed a complaint with the European Union antitrust because Google was doing anti-competitive practices. You see, Google viewed Aptoide decentralized. Google started building an invisible wall. They didn't just compete with Aptoide, they tried to erase them. Let's put it this way. Imagine building a store, but the city tells every landlord that if they let you in, they lose their electricity. That's what Google did to phones manufacturers. A company like Samsung wanted Gmail or Maps, they were forced to bury Aptoide, making users jump through 10 different menus just to find a door that Google had locked from the inside. But as you know, Aptoide didn't die, they grew, and that's when Google got desperate. In 2018, Google stopped playing hide and seek and started playing dirty. They create a system called Play Protect, a tool meant to keep us safe from hackers or any malware. Right now I'm thinking about it, and keep us safe, right? Safe, right? Because safe equal to freedom, right? Right? Well, let me tell you something. When they launched the Play Protect, millions of people received a notification when they try to download Aptoide. They received a notification saying that this was a dangerous app, that Aptoide is harmful, and give it the option to uninstall them. You see, at that time, Aptoide was not a virus, but Google identified it as a virus. It wasn't a virus for Google, it was a rival for Google. Google was using our own fears against us, labeling a legitimate Portuguese startup as a malware just to protect their 30% tax on every app you buy. They weren't protecting your phone, they were protecting their pocketbook. Aptoide stood their ground. They launched. When Paulo see this, he said in an interview with TechCrunch, "We had 222 million yearly active users. Last month, May 19, we had 56 million unique MAU. We estimate that the Google Play removal and flagging had caused a loss of 50 to 20% of our user base since June 18. That was huge of loss." Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is called a anti-competitive practice. Let's call it a monopoly business. Well, let me tell you that this fight ended in 2018. The European Union antitrust slapped in the face to Google with $50 billion to pay to Aptoide just for doing these types of anti-competitive practices. You see, I was shocking about reading this news because, Aptoide is not a big tech company. It's a small startup made by the Portuguese fighting with a big tech like Google. This battle was like Goliath versus David. David is Aptoide and Goliath is Google. I mean, imagine that. That is good if we see it in the perspective of Aptoide, because a small company defeating a big company, that you will not see any fight of any company, right? And let me tell you something, that after they won, Aptoide made a campaign calling Google to play fair. Yeah, you're gonna see the image right there they use to expose Google monopoly practices. Yeah, everybody was happy, right? Because Aptoide won, more freedom. But do you remember when I talked about the past, what happened in 2020? Well, that issue damaged the image of Aptoide, right? Because they stole 20 million accounts, didn't do well to the image of the brand. But we can say that after that, I think they fixed that, but that was too late to do it, because the damage was done. So they try to implement safety badges. For example, one that they say trust app, or another one where they say warning, and another one where they say unknown. They were trying to, they analyzed their applications to see what is convenient for the user to download or not download, or to be conscious what they were downloading. But like I said before, this didn't repair all the damage that they did. So remember, guys, you always check with an antivirus everything that you're gonna download, or don't download, or don't even touch if you don't know what you're doing. First of all, always make a research. But at the end, what Aptoide did changed the market and even forced Google to reduce their 30% of commission to a 50%. You see, this is how you fight with a big tech company. Oh, and I forgot, Apple opened for the first time alternatives ways of to download app stores, and that is pretty good and impressive. Coming from Apple, right now we live in a world that big tech companies, they want to control our computers and softwares that we download, or everything that we are doing. And this is an example that we can see how these big techs works and do these types of business, their business. So yeah, that will be all. Now you learn from the app store that you download Minecraft for free became the most dangerous app store. Well, I will tell you a secret. I use this app just once, just to download Minecraft. That's all I will say. But that is the only reason that I use it the first time, So yeah, you're not the only one. I have been there to play with my friends, online. Offline, no. What do you say? Online? Yeah, online. Well, that would be it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos about talking about tech stories, something about that. Just leave me your comments what you want to see next. Bye bye.